Welcome to Life in the God Lane. I'm Tom West. This is a power verse for the day for Thursday, July 7th, 2022. It's from Proverbs 21, verse 3. And I call this, do what is right and just. I hope you'll subscribe. Hit the bell so you get notified every time I put one out. I teach something from the Bible every day. All we do here is teach the Bible. That's all we do. Hope you'll subscribe. Hit the bell so you get notified. Give me thumbs up, make comments, share the video with someone else. Do what you can to help me get this out to more people. We just teach the Bible here. That's all we do. Used to go out to eat after church in Porterville, California, at I call it a greasy spoon kind of a cafe called the Green Valley Cafe. It's long gone. They've torn it down. There's something else there now, but I love the breakfast with the scrambled eggs and chicken fried steak. I got real fat eating that kind of stuff, and they'd have fried potatoes. It was great breakfast. And I got to know some of the servers there pretty well. And one day I asked a waitress what her least favorite time to work was. And she was quiet for a few seconds, and then she said, I hope you won't be offended by this, but I like working the Sunday after church crowd the least. And I said, tell me why. Tell me why. She said, well, you don't treat me like this, but most church people are the most demanding and they give the smallest tips. Now think about that. Most church people are the most demanding and they give the smallest tips. So the next Sunday I told that story at church as a part of my sermon. And I said, you know what? Be kind to your waiter or your waitress. Be good to them and leave them a good tip. It makes Jesus look good. Look at Proverbs 21, verse 3. To do what is right and just is more acceptable to the Lord than sacrifice. Folks, the Jews would go to temple and they would sacrifice, make great sacrifices, worship. That's what that's all about. And they did the religious thing, go to temple and worship and sacrifice, and they would make animal sacrifices and they would give money. Church people go to church and worship and tithe and listen to sermons. They do the religious thing. They do the church thing, So what happens when you leave church? Do we just leave Jesus there, or do we take him out to lunch? Or do we take him to work? We worship, and then we just go out and start acting like we did before. That's not the right thing to do. When you take Jesus with you to lunch, you will treat your server with righteousness and justice. You'll be her best customer. You give her a good tip, You can do the religious thing on Sunday, but do you take Jesus with you when you go to work on Monday? Do you? If you do, you'll do the righteous and the just thing at work. You'll be the best employee. You'll treat your customers right. Doing the right and just thing in your life is more important to the Lord than sacrifice, than showing up at church and doing the religious thing. How do you live when you leave church? Take Jesus along and do what is right and just. Wow. You'll change the world by doing that. One person at a time as you interact with him. Take Jesus along and do what is right and just. Bless your heart, and I'll see you tomorrow.